how you can manage the time for as a designer, like how you can manage the time as a designer and keep yourself like you can learn more about other things, you can read a book, you can give your time to the family without wasting your energy anywhere else. So let's just dive into it. Hello, this is Anas Ahmad. And today I'm going to talk about this issue that I have been following and I have been like having for a long of time. I've been a designer for almost 10 years, like a decade, and this issue has been with me for a long time. And then I learned it and I tried to, improve myself while I was indulging into many activities. That is time management as a designer. Because we designers are very involved in many processes. Even if you are a UI UX designer or you just a UI designer, you have to involve in a lot of activities that is not related to UI, right? That is related to maybe graphic design or banner design or logo design. Sometimes you like to design logos as well, or you have shifted from graphic design to UI UX, and then you have to manage a lot of things. Like some client requested you to create a logo, and you are good at it, and you try to okay, I'm going to do that. So in that case, in that scenario, we are juggling between a lot of tasks. We are wearing a lot of hats, and even if you're doing a job or you're employed, you are doing a lot of things that does not relate you to your job, and you have to manage a lot of time, and you're to manage between meetings and doing actual tasks, and you know yeah, how do you manage all of that? Like you have to design your UI kit, you have to launch your own business, you need to serve your clients, you need to work on your office, you have to launch your business, or you have to launch your UI kit or templates or something like that. These are a lot. These are the big challenges that designers usually face. So to refine all of those, I tried to manage my time. And how did I do that? It's really important to know, because most of the designers don't have discipline that when to do, what to do, and how to do. So when you don't know when to do, then you are already behind the line. Like you don't know what task should be done. And just know it is your deadline, but you have to have the buffer for your deadlines. So let's just start how you can manage the time for as a designer, like how you can manage the time as a designer and keep yourself like you can learn more about other things, you can read a book, you can give your time to the family without you know um, wasting your energy anywhere else. So let's just dive into it. The first thing that I think is the most important is that you need to control your time. And how do you do that? You do that is time blocking. Through time blocking, time blocking is your friend, like is can save you a lot of time. So what is time blocking? Time blocking is just delegating or dedicating the chunks of your task to the specified time. For example, if you're trying to do a one logo design in a day, then you should assign your task to specific time. Like you are going to brainstorm up of that logo in 1 hour, and another hour you try to sketch it, and the third hour you try to design it, and then do the iterative approach, then do 1 hour for brainstorm, and then find what you are trying to do. This will help you to track your time, because this is how human psychology works. This is the psychology of the human brain. This is how you are wired. Humans are wired. I've learned a little bit of psychology, and I got to know that if you have try to assign time to something, you will do it eventually. You try to your brain try to do that within the this time frame. For example, you are procrastinating for some task, or lazy, you're trying being lazy, or I'm being lazy for something. What I do is that I give myself, okay, I have 2 hours. I start a stopwatch and then start to do that task. The task I'm delaying for a week, I get to do it in like 2 hours. Like it was that easy, because your brain is trying to accomplish within the specific time, right? So it is really important to specify your chunks of task within the day to a specific time. It will save you a lot of hours, a lot of energies, and save you from being procrastinated. It's just one of the most important thing to do. You have planned, okay, so you are going to do these things tomorrow, and you're going to assign these specific hours for specific things. But how do you manage that? Try to focus, try to use Google Calendar or use any management tool like Notion. Notion is really good, it's free, so you can use that as well. You can use a lot of other applications out there. I personally use Notion, so you can use wherever you want. uh, Use stopwatch, use these tools, because these are one of the most important things that you can do. The other thing that I was trying to mention is um, priority of your task. What do I mean by priority? I know you know the what is priority, but priority tasks by impact and urgency is the most important thing. There's this Eisenhower Matrix that I follow. I just learned it. It's been a year, and it's like one of the life changing things that I ever have. I used to do this before that. Like, what's the task, most important task I need to do today? What's the low priority, and then nothing. Okay, so what Eisenhower matrix is says is that you try to do those tasks. There's this four quadrants. I'll share you on the screen. There's this four quadrants, and there's four types of things that you can do. What do you see is that first quadrant is for important and urgent. Okay, so what it does tell you is whatever the task that is important and urgent, you need to do that. You need to do this the first thing in the morning, like that. In the second quadrant, there's important tasks but not urgent. You can assign a time to when to do that, and obviously it's not urgent. It's important, so you do that. But in the third quadrant, it's not important but it's urgent, right? Sometimes you have to have reply to the email or do something, so you can uh, these kind of tasks like admin stuff, you can delegate it to somebody else if you have someone or someone you share your work with, or you have a personal assistant or your colleague or something, your junior, if you have. So you can do delegate these tasks as well. So keep it in the third quadrant, that's not important and but it's urgent. But the fourth quadrant is for like that's not important and not urgent. Delete those tasks. How do you do that is create a list of tasks, assign quadrants for those tasks, like urgent but not important, important but not urgent, important but urgent. You know, assign every quadrant for those tasks. And the fourth quadrant that is not important, not urgent, delete the task. You don't need to do that. If you have time, you do try to do that or assign it to the next day because it's not urgent or it's not important. So why waste your energy on that? I have this softboard over here that what I try to do is basically whiteboard in it. So what I do is I write all my tasks assigned to the quadrant that is not important. I delete it and then see what's important, what's not, and then I try to start my day aligning everything with my time chunks into specific time. So this is how I work basically mostly. For office workers, you need to assign your time. That what's your best productivity? What's the best productivity that comes out in your mind? Maybe it's the morning, it's the half day, whatever. It's your time. Uh, Make your calendar not available on that one. Um, Ask everyone, your managers, your juniors, your seniors, that I am going to be working on these hours. Do not align any meeting between those because I'm going to be that working on tasks and I don't want to be get disturbed by other. If there's something urgent, um, let me know, but don't disturb me. Like call me on the meeting or something like that. And these are my meeting hours. So assign every day that these are the slots that are available for your meetings, and that's your non-productive hours. Like you don't have to put a lot of energy in your creative mind into those meetings. Make your slots available at that time. And for your productivity hours, don't make yourself available for anyone. Do the task that you are assigned to. This is for not just office workers. This is for business owners and everyone. One of the most the other tip that I got for you is that do start with the hard stuff. When you're trying to like you have assigned 4 hours of work, start with the hard stuff. That what you think is the most hardest thing that you can you cannot do. Even you can even have to learn, and you're not good at it, and this is very hard for you. It's complicated, complex tasks. try to do that first. Don't delay, don't later day, because you will not be able to complete that task. Do the hard stuff first, then easy stuff later. This will sort your day out, because when you are in your productive, when you work in the productivity, your best productive hours, you will work the hardest stuff, and then you maybe you will get drained. Okay, but now you have just left the easy stuff. But if you do the easy stuff at the start of your productive hour, your battery is drained, man. Then what will you do? Like, the hardest, you will not be able to do the hard stuff that efficiently that you can do at the start. It does work with everyone, but maybe it does not work with you. But it's a tip, and try that. If it's worked, thank me. The other tip that I have is that eliminate every distraction when you are trying to focus on anything. Turn off your phone, maybe put it on do not disturb mode. Use app like Forest. Um, Focus on your work. Don't delay anything. Like, just focus right into it. Like, give yourself like 60 minutes at least to focus, and then go for a walk. 10 minutes, 15 minutes, go for a walk, get coffee, get some fruits or something, whatever you want to do. But give yourself breaks. But when you are working in that 60 minutes, maybe, or maybe 90 minutes straight, put your phone on do not disturb. Keep yourself busy. Turn off every distractions. Put your focus mode on your Windows laptop, or if you have Mac, you have other options. So it's really important to do those tasks, those things before it's really important to do these kind of stuff. You need to have discipline, discipline that will help you grow. And then you can assign your time. Like, if you have 8 hours and you have aligned everything, you have time to learn, you have time to give it to your family. You don't have to rush it and everything, and being lazy to do tasks later and everything. When you have planned your day, you are going to be free. A lot of time you're going to be free, because not every time you have to have meetings, right? Then those meeting slots will be empty, and you are free, and you know you're not going to work on those hours, because that's not your focus hours or productive hours. So what you'll do, you will try to do those things that are really not important for you. Maybe emails or something, reading emails, or filling some forms for your office or something like that, or maybe socialize with people. So you have a lot of time. You will have, when you manage your time, you have a lot of time. It's just you need to manage it. um, Weekends, if you I'm a workaholic person, so I work on weekends as well, not for the office, or for myself, to learn new things, to create my um, portfolio and everything. And the last thing that I want to share with you is that don't ever go without planning, and don't log off without planning. Like, if you're logging off from your daily task, and it's your day end, and you have completed and accomplished all the tasks, plan for tomorrow task. What are you going to do tomorrow? And you whatever you are going to do tomorrow, plan everything. Because when you wake up in the other morning, you'll have everything aligned for you, that okay, these are the tasks that I need to focus on. You'll not have to plan from scratch again. When you're in a mood, when you are already know, when you're at your desk, plan your task for tomorrow, and it will help you in a lot of, you know, time management. So after doing all of that, at the end of the day, you have to plan for tomorrow, and you have to review what you have done today, and what went well and what went wrong, and then you analyze and try to reflect and improve another day, and try to implement a lot of ideas that I have shared with you, and most probably they will work for you. And try to, you know, customize it with your own taste and flavor. But this is the most important things that I have found in terms of time management as a designer. I think it will work as a developer and for everyone, but as a designer, it helped me a lot. When I go for a walk, I give time to myself to get more ideas. So I think you have learned a lot today. So let's meet you on another one, and let's see what I would have on that video. So let's see you on the other one. Take care of yourself, and take care of your family, your friends, and people around you. So have a nice day.